Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by Patreon supporter Josh. Huge thanks to Josh and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Josh reached out asking for a high-powered deck led by Mayael the Anima, and I was more than happy to oblige. I know that we did a Mayael video just a couple of months ago, but that was a budget build. This one is not. Also, before we get started, I'd like to quickly ask you to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel, and it's free. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. Mayael the Anima is a 3-mana 2/3 legendary elf shaman. We may pay 6 mana and tap her in order to look at the top 5 cards of our library. We may then put a creature card with power 5 or greater from among them onto the battlefield, and then put the rest of those cards on the bottom of our library in any order. So we get to cheat big creatures onto the battlefield at instant speed, but only if they're in the top 5 cards of our library, and only once per turn. If only there was a way to manipulate the top of our deck. And if only there were a way to untap Mayael every turn cycle. But we'll need more than just top deck manipulation and big creatures to win the game. We'll want a functional commander deck, and for that, we turn to our handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. As I'm sure you've heard by now, this channel is sponsored by Ultimate Guard. One of my favorite products Ultimate Guard has is their Xenoskin Sidewinder. The Sidewinder has a soft microfiber lining as well as the rugged Xenoskin shell we've all come to love. While the Sidewinder isn't a new product, they are now available in the beautiful two-tone Synergy series, like this black-red one seen here. Find out if your local game store carries Ultimate Guard products, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. One more thing before we get started. I've been streaming Final Fantasy XIV over on my other channel, Musings by Danon. If you want to pop in and ask some questions, chat about Commander, or just hang out, you're more than welcome to. For right now, the schedule is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays in the evening. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Mana Confluence, City of Brass, Wooded Foothills, Windswept Heath, Arid Mesa, Scalding Tarn, Verdant Catacombs, Marsh Flats, Bloodstained Mire, Misty Rainforest, Flooded Strand, Jetmir's Garden, Stomping Ground, Temple Garden, Sacred Foundry, Spire Garden, Bountiful Promenade, Spectator Seating, Rockfall Vale, Overgrown Farmland, Sundown Pass, Rootbound Crag, Sunpetal Grove, Clifftop Retreat, 3 mountains, 3 plains, and 5 forests make up our land base. Goldspan Dragon, Old Gnawbone, Ancient Copper Dragon, Mox Amber, Soul Ring, Burgeoning, Exploration, Smothering Tithe, 3 Visits, Rampant Growth, Dockside Extortionist, Sword of Hearthenhome, Seedborn Muse, Nyxbloom Ancient, Crucible of Worlds, Conduit of Worlds, Ramanup Excavator, Azusa Lost But Seeking, and Dryad of the Elysian Grove help us to ramp out and stay ahead of the curve. Enlightened Tutor, Worldly Tutor, Eladamri's Call, Noxious Revival, Jeska's Will, Wheel of Misfortune, Elvish Piper, Scroll Rack, Sylvan Tutor, and Amarius Shepherd all help us to find the cards we want and, in some cases, put them back on top of our library. Swords to Plowshares, Path to Exile, Heroic Intervention, Teferi's Protection, Deflecting Swat, Boros Charm, Abrade, Return to Nature, Tybalt's Trickery, Bolt Bend, and Tamio's Safekeeping help to protect our board and remove any annoying permanents our opponents may have. Avacyn, Angel of Hope, Sephara, Sky's Blade, Sarah's Emissary, Akroma, Angel of Fury, Akroma, Angel of Wrath, Akroma, Vision of Ixidor, Archangel of Strife, Baneslayer Angel, Bruna the Fading Light, Gisela the Broken Blade, Shalai Voice of Plenty, Gisela Blade of Gold Knight, Terror of the Peaks, Dracuseth Maw of Flames, Udvara Hellkite, Atarka Worldrender, Scourge of the Throne, Dragonlord Dramoka, Aurelia the War Leader, Moonshaker Cavalry, and Craterhoof Behemoth make up the core of our deck, with Akroma's Will acting as our sudden I Win card. Now that we have our deck list, we should compare it to our checklist. 54 mana sources split between 37 lands and 17 pieces of ramp. I know that's a lot, but 3 of our mana ramps serve double duty as big stompy dragons, so it's fine. 10 pieces of card advantage. 11 pieces of interaction. No board wipes. 1 piece of graveyard hate in Return to Nature, and 1 sudden I Win card in Akroma's Will. Now, some of you are wondering at the lack of board wipes. Let me explain. Originally, Josh requested that this deck be CEDH. After doing some fiddling and finagling, we realized that Mayael will probably never be a CEDH commander. But we did want her to be high power, so we included a lot of interaction that will protect Mayael, as well as enough ramp to hardcast our creatures should it become necessary. Additionally, and I apologize for not mentioning this earlier, Josh asked that I not include any cards from the reserve list or anything over $100. So, no Jeweled Lotus, no dual lands, and no Mana Crypt. Well, I guess I could have included Jeweled Lotus, but it's not that great of a card in this deck, so I didn't see the point. Regardless, I hope he has a lot of fun with this deck and enjoys playing at higher powered tables. Do you have a Mayael the Anima deck? What theme did you go with? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. There's a new $5 player tier. Joining this tier will give you access to our private Discord, as well as the power to vote on upcoming content. I wish I could make every video that gets suggested to me down in the comments, but there's just never enough time. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Josh, Sean, Pob Zombie, Mark, Alex, Daniel, Steve, Alex, Cookie, Borgie, Jake, Exiled Rogue, Manassas, Nazwin, Pedro, and Aranor. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.